Good evening all. We'll see the qualities of a good psychological test. The qualities of a good test are objectivity, reliability, validity, norms, practicability. Objectivity is being free from subjectivity. The objectivity can be discussed in terms of objectivity of items, of administration, of scoring. Objectivity of items means if the test item should give the same meaning to all those who take the test, and there should also be the uniformity of order, either ascending or descending. This should be given to all the people, whoever is taking the test. Second is objectivity of administration. It is the uniformity of the set of conditions. Whether it is instructions or time or other conditions, they should be uniform to all those who take the test. Third is objectivity of scoring. There should be a standard scoring so that any person scoring the test will maintain uniformity at any given time. That is, if I correct the test or you correct the test or somebody else corrects the test, it should give the same result. It should not differ. The scoring should not differ depending on the person who is scoring it or correcting it. Okay, this is objectivity of scoring. And all standardized tests are objective except projective techniques. Reliability. Reliability concerns with the precision of measurement, a consistency of scores obtained by the same person in the same test at different occasions or conditions or different tests with similar items. It is a degree of consistency or agreement between two sets of scores expressed in terms of correlation coefficient. So it is not an all or none principle reliability. It is a matter of degree. It ranges from 1 to 0. 1 is high reliability, that is high correlation is there. 0 means there is no correlation or no reliability. Degree of consistency or agreement, right? So in this we can have two kinds of reliability we can talk about. Temporal stability. It is test retest is test retest method of reliability. It gives us temporal stability, that is the same result over the time. And internal consistency is the consistency in test scores obtained from two equivalent test sets of items of a single test after a single administration. And reliability, the methods of testing reliability are three types of we have test retest method, alternative or parallel form reliability, and split half method. Test retest is same subject is given the test again, the same paper is given again, same test items are given again on a second occasion with sufficient time gap. Okay, test again retest. Alternative or parallel form reliability is two similar tests with equal level of difficulty or and length are given. Split half method is the most dependable one. It is a one-time no gap kind of thing. The whole test is divided into two halves and two forms are made. Odd even method. For example, if there are 100 questions in a test form, then all 1, 3, 5 will go into one half, and all even number test items will go into the second half. This is split half method of reliability. Then comes the validity. Validity is truth or fidelity. That is the degree to which a test measures what it claims to measure. Unlike reliability, it is not self-correlation, but it is correlation with external criteria. The properties of validity are whether it actually measures what it intends to measure, to what extent does it measure that quality or trait, and in what situation does it have this degree of quality, right? అది ఏమైతే కొలవాలనుకుంటుందో దాన్ని కొలుస్తుందా లేదా, కొలిస్తే ఎంత మేరకు కొలుస్తుంది, ఏ పరిస్థితుల్లో కొలుస్తుంది, ఇది వ్యాలిడిటీ గురించి. ఇందులో again we have three kinds: content validity, construct validity, criteria validity. Content validity is just a logical inspection of the content. It is very logical, just inspection of content and whether it is suitable or not to test that whatever our intention is if it is suitable, then we can say that it is valid. And construct validity this depends on the outcome, whether the scores on a measure relate in theoretically predictable way to the other measures or behavior. Criteria validity is external and independent variable of essentially the same variable that the test claims to measure. Predictive validity will be there and concurrent validity will be there. For example, if I give a test, MSET model test or mock test, and after a time gap there will be actual MSET test. If the correlation between these two is high, then we can say that it has got our test has got a predictive validity. Okay, predictive validity is where the test scores, there will be a time gap, and uh, will be measured against or compared with the criteria scores, and if there is high correlation, it has got predictive validity. Concurrent validity is it is compared with the test score is compared with the criteria available at that time. There is no time gap in between. So these are about these are three types of validity: content, construct, and criteria. The fourth quality of a good psychological test is norms. We all know psychological test gives raw scores, and these should be compared with some reference points. There will be two kinds of referencing: norm referencing and criteria referencing. Norm referencing refers to examinee's test score being compared to this test score of a specific group of examinees. Average performance made on a particular test made by a standardization sample is known as norm referencing. So what is a standardization sample? It is the true representation of population. Second is criteria referencing. Examinees scores compared to the fixed performance criteria on external standard. Test performance is linked to some behavioral measure here. And the types of norms are age equivalent norms as per a criteria, a certain age; grade equivalent norms, average performance of certain grade; and percentile norms. This is the most common method in psychological tests. Percentage of standardization sample that falls below the raw score obtained by an individual. The position in a particular standardized sample will be known by the percentile norms. And then standard score norms, these will be performance of same individual on different tests, and standard scores, that is equal scores of measurement. Practicability refers to time taken in its completion, the length, scoring, etc. Scoring should not be too complicated and difficult, and it should not be too lengthy also.